Blueberries look innocent, small, sweet, easy to eat. But after 60, the truth is this: even healthy foods can lose part of their power when you combine them the wrong way. And that matters more than most people realize. Because at this stage of life, your body is no longer just asking for food, it is asking for protection. Your blood vessels need support. Your brain needs steady fuel. Your heart needs less inflammation. Your blood sugar needs more balance, not more chaos. Blueberries can help with all of that. They are packed with anthocyanins, the plant compounds that give them that deep blue color. Research links blueberry intake with support for vascular function, lower inflammation, and healthier aging, including possible benefits for cognition and cardiometabolic health. But here is the mistake many seniors make. They add blueberries to foods that work against those benefits. So instead of building a breakfast or snack that helps the heart, brain, and metabolism, they accidentally turn a powerful fruit into decoration on top of a damaging meal. Today, I'm going to show you the 3 foods seniors should avoid pairing with blueberries too often, especially if the goal is better circulation, steadier energy, and healthier aging. And stay with me, because at the end, I will also show you the smartest ways to eat blueberries so your body can get the most out of them. 2. Why blueberries matter so much after 60 as we get older. One of the biggest hidden problems in the body is inflammation that does not fully switch off. It can quietly affect the arteries, the brain, the joints, and even the way the body handles blood sugar. This is one reason foods rich in protective plant compounds matter so much in later life. Blueberries stand out because they contain anthocyanins, which are natural compounds associated with anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. In simple terms, they help protect cells from stress and may support healthier blood vessels, which is especially important for seniors concerned about blood pressure, circulation, and heart health. There is also growing evidence that berry-rich diets may support brain health. That matters because many people after 60 begin noticing subtle changes in focus, memory, or mental sharpness. Foods that support blood flow and reduce oxidative stress may help the brain age more gracefully. And there is another major point. Blueberries bring these benefits without being an extreme food. They are practical. You can add them to breakfast, use them in a snack, or eat them with oats, nuts, or seeds. The key is not just eating blueberries. The key is what you eat them with. A practical amount for many people is a small handful to about half to 1 cup, several times a week, as part of a balanced meal. This is not a rigid prescription. It is simply a useful, realistic way to include them more often. 3. Food. Number 1. Sugary pastries and desserts. This is probably the most common mistake. Someone adds blueberries to a muffin, a Danish, a sweet roll, pancakes covered in syrup, or a dessert, and thinks, well, at least it has fruit. But the body does not see that meal the way the eye sees it. It sees a wave of refined flour, added sugar, and often saturated fat. And for many seniors, that combination can drive blood sugar upward fast, increase triglycerides over time, and add to the same cardiometabolic stress blueberries are supposed to help fight. The American Heart Association recommends keeping added sugars low, and the National Institute on Aging also advises older adults to be especially careful with foods high in added sugar and saturated fat. Imagine putting a small fire extinguisher next to a growing kitchen fire. That is what this pairing can look like. Yes, the blueberries still contain beneficial compounds, but they are being swallowed inside a food pattern that pushes the body in the opposite direction. This is especially important after 60 because glucose control often becomes less forgiving. A sweet pastry with blueberries is not the same as a bowl of real blueberries. One supports the body. The other may create a sharp energy rise, followed by a crash, leaving you tired, hungry, and reaching for more sugar. A better option is simple. Use blueberries with plain oats, chia pudding, unsweetened oatmeal, or a slice of whole grain toast with nut butter on the side. That way, the fruit works with fiber and real nourishment instead of being trapped inside a dessert. 4. Food number 2. Processed meats like bacon, sausage, and ham. Now this one surprises many people because it often happens at breakfast. A senior sits down to a plate of bacon, sausage, toast, and eggs, then adds a spoonful of blueberries on the side and feels the meal has become balanced. But processed meats bring their own burden. They are often high in sodium, saturated fat, and preservatives. Too much sodium can push blood pressure higher, and too much saturated fat can work against heart health in people who are already trying to protect circulation and reduce cardiovascular risk. Older adults are commonly advised to watch sodium, added sugar, and saturated fat more closely. Think about what blueberries are trying to do. They may support endothelial function, which is the health of the inner lining of your blood vessels. That lining matters because it helps blood flow smoothly. But a meal built around salty, fatty, processed meats pushes in the opposite direction. So the issue is not that blueberries become poisonous with bacon. That would be inaccurate. The issue is that the overall meal becomes much less supportive for the exact system seniors are trying to protect: the heart, arteries, and blood pressure. A smarter combination would be blueberries with a protein that is less processed, such as plain Greek yogurt without added sugar, cottage cheese in moderation, unsalted nuts, or eggs with vegetables instead of processed meats. The goal is to let the meal move in one healthy direction, not in two opposite directions at once. 5. Food number 3. Large amounts of sweetened, creamy dairy desserts. This one needs a careful explanation. Blueberries themselves are excellent, and dairy is not automatically the enemy. The problem is the common pairing of blueberries with heavily sweetened, creamy products like desert yogurts, ice cream, whipped cream mixtures, or sugary blueberry parfaits that are closer to dessert than real nourishment. First, many of these foods are loaded with added sugar, which already works against blood sugar control and heart health goals in older adults. That alone is reason to be cautious. 2. Some research suggests that milk proteins may reduce the absorption or in-body antioxidant activity of certain blueberry pollen. This does not mean blueberries become useless with dairy. It means that if your goal is maximizing the protective compounds in blueberries, making sweet, creamy dairy desserts your default pairing may not be the smartest strategy. The evidence is not completely one-sided, so this is best treated as a practical caution, not an absolute rule. In other words, a little plain yogurt with blueberries is very different from a sugar-heavy blueberry dessert cup. The first can still fit into a healthy routine. The second often turns a functional food into a high-sugar treat. A very practical fix is to choose plain, unsweetened yogurt and add your own blueberries, cinnamon, flaxseed, or chopped walnuts. That gives you protein, fiber, and healthy fats without the sugar overload. And if you want to maximize the fruit-first effect, simply eat blueberries with oats, chia, or nuts. More often. 6. What seniors should eat with blueberries instead? So what are the best partners for blueberries? One of the strongest options is oats. Oats bring soluble fiber, which helps support cholesterol balance and steadier digestion. When paired with blueberries, they create a breakfast that feels simple, but works on many levels. Better fullness, more stable energy, and support for heart health. Another excellent choice is chia seeds or ground flaxseed. These seeds add fiber and healthy fats, which can slow digestion and help keep the meal more balanced. For seniors who often feel hungry soon after breakfast, this combination can be a game changer. Nuts are also a smart partner. A small handful of walnuts or almonds with blueberries can help create a more satisfying snack, one that supports the brain and heart better than crackers, cookies, or sweet breakfast bars. And then, there are whole food combinations many people overlook. Blueberries with plain oatmeal, blueberries with a few pumpkin seeds, blueberries inside a bowl of unsweetened yogurt with no sugary topping, or blueberries blended into a smoothie with spinach and chia instead of ice cream and syrup. The body loves teamwork. When you combine blueberries with fiber, healthy fats, and minimally processed foods, you are not just eating fruit. You are building a metabolic environment that is calmer, steadier, and more supportive of healthy aging. So here is the big lesson. Blueberries are one of the most senior-friendly fruits you can eat. They bring powerful plant compounds linked to healthier blood vessels, lower inflammation, and support for the brain and metabolism. But if you regularly pair them with sugary pastries, processed meats, or sweet, creamy dairy desserts, you may be weakening the very benefits you were hoping to get. Not because blueberries are the problem, but because the rest of the meal pulls your body in the wrong direction. That is why food combinations matter so much after 60. At this stage of life, every meal is either helping your circulation, blood sugar, and inflammation, or quietly making those problems harder to manage. So the next time you eat blueberries, think beyond the fruit itself. Build the plate wisely. Choose oats, seeds, nuts, or other minimally processed foods that help those blueberries do what they do best. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend or family member over 60. And tell me in the comments, how do you usually eat your blueberries? Do you put them in oatmeal, yogurt, or eat them by themselves? Your next healthy habit might start with something as small as a handful of berries, but done the right way, that small choice can make a very big difference.